Welcome to Video Spotlight. My name is Liz. I'm here with Taylor. We're the producers of the show. The things you hear over the next hour represent the views of Video Spotlight and the people making them. All opinions and quotations in no way represent River West Radio or anybody with any intelligence, and are the sole responsibility of the producers, guests, and callers. River West Radio is not liable for any legal issues arising from the content of this program. And if you care to call in and join us tonight, the phone number is 414-935-2951. Will you get yourself on the freaking mic?
I'm on the mic. Word. The shizzle.
Dork.
What up, dog?
Okay. No, you're way too white for that.
I'm going to give these headphones to
Okay, well,
Crystal when she comes in.
so today's topic is anime movies, and we actually do have a guest coming in tonight in about 10 minutes or so.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab the other headphones.
Well, she doesn't need headphones, Taylor.
Hey, you ordered a Santa.
She's going to have headphones.
Well, then she can use mine and I'll go without.
Who did?
Well, we have extra ones around here.
Well,
Ow.
Yeah.
It's never a show unless I curse or hurt myself.
and apparently you are still the technical difficulty of the world.
You did the number, right?
Yes, I did.
Can you hear me in the mic? I can't really.
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Like, I can hear myself, but.
Yeah, you are. Look at the levels.
Yeah. And it's like, it's still,
How about? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Good.
Don't mind Taylor. He's a bit of a special person today. He was up way too late watching way too many anime movies. I don't know.
I was not up that late. I was up until 2-ish.
Yeah, and then you woke up at like 7. First time for anything, people. He actually woke up before me. I didn't have to kick him off my couch.
It's been a very long day. I helped Liz pick out her laptop today. Ooh, we have a member of the long arm of the law walking this way, probably going to the coffee shop. And, yep.
You did it, not me.
No, for the record, it was not me this time.
I blame you.
Blame me all you want. Doesn't mean it was me.
Okay, well, so, anime movies.
So, yeah, we picked Liz out a laptop today. And
I joined the 21st century.
she's really loving this thing.
Well, I was working with a desktop from 2001, and for the last week, all my internet interactions had been via my Wii.
Liz, the Wi-Fi for here is math, Liz.
Okay,
I don't remember the password.
of course you don't.
So, we'll have to call the one dude over here. They should have it posted.
Okay, so
Okay. So, yeah, she's finally joined the rest of us in our modern tech world. We'll see how long that lasts.
we'll see how long it takes for me to throw this damn thing across the room.
Yeah, so she's got the Windows 8, which looks really cool, though.
Well, Okay, so, anime movies.
All right, so what's the first anime you ever watched, Liz?
Oh,
Movie
Akira.
or TV show?
Akira.
Akira?
Well, movie, TV show,
Which one did you do first, TV show or? And now here's the bigger thing though. Before you answer that, was it actual anime, as in Japanese anime, or what I like to call Amerime, which is American anime?
No.
It's American version of a Japanese anime.
The first one I actually really remember seeing is Akira.
I'm just standing here.
What the hell is what is your background?
Oh, it's Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's cat survived the experiment, but his new abilities were entirely unexpected. Was he like the Hulk of cats?
Look at the eyes.
Yeah, they glow green. So does the Hulk. So, okay, and there's the last supper of the Daleks. Okay, so yeah, was it true Japanese anime or was it the American version?
Well, it was Akira, so true Japanese
okay, so
anime.
you watched Akira before you even watched the TV show.
I don't really remember watching any anime TV shows when I was growing up. I saw Akira when I was I want to say 12 or 13.
Oh yeah, by the way, we just got a soundtrack for the show.
Oh, we did.
Played by what looks to be about a 3, maybe 4-year-old kid.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a piano over there.
Yeah, very good song.
Okay, so
So Akira, yeah, the partially psychic kid who is his psychic abilities are augmented by the government. And then he goes all like blitzkrieg on the city,
and he like blows up at one point to this giant amorphous blob.
sucking everything in.
Yeah,
Sounds like a few people I know.
I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
it.
not gonna name any names.
We will protect the guilty by not naming their names. I'm just actually going through all the wireless networks on here to see if I can jump on one of them.
Do the coffee shop fuel.
Well, I need a network key for that one, and I don't have that.
Wait, what's this say? For fuels? Fuels doesn't use a network key.
Okay, well, okay, whatever. So, what was the first anime you saw?
It would actually be Digimon, and it was the Americanized
Really?
version of.
That came out in like the late 90s.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I was a fan of the American cartoons for like ever, so I jumped on the Japanese bandwagon.
We're not touching that one.
So we're rather late. It's by the way, the website, the web thing is Fuel Cafe Hotspot. So, but yeah, so I jumped on the Japanese version of things rather late. However, my first true Japanese animated show or movie would be Princess Mononoke.
Okay, I don't remember that one.
Lots of forest spirits, the little things that like they're like white forest spirits, and they like tilt their head to the side, and then I don't know, it like snaps loose and kind of rattles back and forth as their head rattles. A lot like you.
I have nothing in my head that rattles.
Oh, so it's just empty.
Yes, exactly.
I thought you said you something about you got a peanut or something lodged in there.
There's a quarter in my stomach.
That's kind of weird.
Well, it's been there for a couple years.
Oh, wait, is that the Fuel Cafe hotspot right there?
Yes, it is.
Oh, shit. Damn. They must have changed their system then. Well, that sucks.
Okay, so
Well, all right. So yeah, and then basically, this one guy, his village gets torn apart by a giant boar spirit that has been infested by a demon, and he looks like he has a really bad case of worms.
ooh, lovely.
Like really quasi tentacle stuff. And it winds up burning his arm, and so he tries to go find the forest spirit in order, the big forest spirit, in order to be cured of this and to stop it all, and finds out that it was because the boar got shot and had a ball of lead stuck in it, and then which in turn pisses off the other boars, and then they try to attack humans, and then a bunch of people are cut off the forest spirit's head, and then it becomes all evil, and everything starts dying, and it's trying to get its head back, and you know.
So it's like a third date.
Yeah, pretty much. And this one big castle spot is defended by a bunch of women. I'm not sure if they were meant to be like just regular housewife women or hookers or what. I really don't know exactly what their general role in the movie was. Most of them seemed like housewives, but like the way they acted and spoke and stuff like that, they seem more like brothel workers.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So it was. It
It's
was.
still my favorite anime.
You have weird taste in anime. You're one of those guys that gets into the tentacle porn, aren't you?
I'm not too big into alien stuff.
Well, most anime has something to do with either aliens or demons.
Well, no, I mean, in this case, I mean, like, for the hentai stuff.
Oh, okay.
Which, for listeners out there who do not know what hentai is...
You don't want to know.
It is
don't wanna know.
adult anime films.
It's adult anime made by very sick 12-year-olds who don't understand what, like, X, Y, and Z are supposed to do.
Well, yeah.
But that's just life.
Whoa. Issue with one of the cats in my house. Apparently,
Okay, so
it's missing a chunk of fur. The site is red and looks fresh. My cat probably beat his vet.
wow, you actually caught yourself before profanity. That's amazing.
My cat probably beat him up.
Okay, so aside from Digimon, what's your favorite anime series?
Oh, favorite anime series. Wow. I would probably. Geez, right now, I guess I would say High School of the Dead. I just started watching it, and it's pretty good. I've read a couple of the comics online and stuff, and so far the anime has followed the manga really closely.
I've seen one episode. My favorite of all time is actually Evangelion.
Have you seen Luke Skywalker lately?
The original Japanese one.
Yeah.
Not the Neon Genesis one, which is the Americanized.
No, I actually like them both, but the Japanese one is what I got started on.
All right, and here comes Crystal. She's walking into the video store.
Yay, I
now.
can stop talking about things I don't know anything about.
You were supposed to watch anime.
Well, I'm sorry if I work a lot, because I have one of those things called a job.
What's that?
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't know.
Is that something grown-ups do?
Yeah, I'm gonna just start making you my houseboy. You can
Hi,
clean.
Crystal.
Hi.
Go ahead and have a seat if you want.
Okay.
Normally there's 3 headphones over here, but apparently there's only 2 right now.
Okay.
So,
Here you go. I don't need them. I can hear you two talking fine.
all right, well, the phone's apparently working, right? So if we get any callers. All right, and today we have with us Crystal Hampton, who just walked in. You want to lower the mic to your face a bit? And you are on video as well, by the way.
No, you just
Oop,
no.
other
You
one.
can just tilt it.
Yeah. Here, hold on.
Okay, cool.
Let him assist you with your poll.
Okay. Thank you for your assistance.
All right, Crystal, go ahead and say hi to all our 8 listeners.
Hi, everyone. My name's Crystal, and I'm the PR of Anime Milwaukee. So, hi. Yay.
All right, we're going to move the mic just a little bit closer. Hold on.
Put it right in her face. Sorry, I can't help myself today. I'm just having I'm not at work for the next 3 days, so I'm just in a little weird space.
She's going through a hentai tentacle porn moment. So the question we've just currently been going through
Sure.
was what was the first anime you ever watched? And now, you know the difference between Japanese anime, and American anime, right?
A little bit.
Okay. A good example is Evangelion.
Right.
Now, the Japanese one is called Evangelion.
Right.
The American version, it's the same show, it's just they redubbed it in English as Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay.
Evangelion.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He really needs to work on his pronunciation.
All right, so you know the difference. You got like the Dragon Ball Z, which
Right.
what everybody most likely knows is the American.
Actually, that's probably the first anime I ever saw. I just kind of
And
blanked
then,
it out.
Digimon, Pokemon,
Right,
what
right.
people commonly know is the Americanized version of the Japanese anime. So I don't know which did you start with?
The Americanized anime.
Okay, which one?
I was supposed to be between Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon.
Okay.
I was into that one. I was,
For me, it was Digimon was the first one I
Okay.
ever watched.
All right.
Liz, it was what was it again?
Dragon Ball Z would be the first I ever saw, but the first one I ever actually actively watched was Akira.
That's cool.
And for me, the actual Japanese animated, the first, which would be a film, actually was Princess Mononoke.
Okay.
I went to a brief description of that one. What about you? What was your first actual Japanese anime?
I think it might have been Princess Mononoke too.
This seems to be high up for a lot of people.
Well, they had it at UWM Union in the guest house, and me and my mom watched it.
Oh yeah, they just recently played that too. Again, I think they do that one like almost every year.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a tradition or something, but yeah, it's got to be a lot of people's first then.
Filling in the gap that Anime Milwaukee left when
Yeah.
they went big. And Crystal, you're here to talk to us about anime in general, and particularly in the end, Anime Milwaukee.
Right.
All right, well, shoot, let us know what you know about anime.
Well, okay. Coming from a perspective of a person who got into anime in college, I hung out with a lot of people who were, the nerdy, geeky group. So hopefully they led me to the right direction. But from what I can, from what I know, anime is pretty much it's short for animation in Japan. So in Japan, animation is like all animation. So it's like any animation from around the world, they call it anime. But in US, we have coined the term anime for Japanese anime.
Right.
And what Japanese do with anime that is different from around the world is that they pretty much use it as a standard medium for any genre. They any age will watch or read manga and anime. Manga is the comics, and it's as popular over there as live action is over here.
Right.
So
By live action, you mean like regular movies and
yeah,
TV shows,
with
right?
with live people, yeah.
All right. Well, you mentioned the different genres. What are some of those?
Well, the same genres that you see in Blockbuster.
So like
horror, comedy, even soap opera, like drama.
soap opera anime. I have a hard enough time sitting through like Days of Our Lives or what's the old one? General Hospital and things like that. I mean,
Guiding Light, As the
I've never
World
heard of that.
Turns.
I'm not in a soap opera, so I can't.
yeah, like I couldn't, even if it was put in a cartoon form, I don't think I could have been able to sit through that. Like my mom, whenever I wasn't at school or whatever, like during the summer, like I would, because there's nothing else to do when I was really younger.
Right.
And like I'd sit in the house and watch soap operas with her, and like I'd look at them, and I remember once asking my stepmom, I was like, "Really? Is this how grown-ups really behave?" Like,
And the answer is obviously no.
well, one example would be like Days of Our Lives. What was the woman's name? Marlena gets possessed by the devil. And I think this is about when I asked this. I was like, wow, does this really happen? Like women get spurned and scorned and people turn against them and they get possessed by the devil? I'm just sitting here like, what?
See, while you were doing that, I was running outside and playing around because I couldn't.
Well, like
try
in
to
my neighborhood,
watch that
there
stuff.
was not many kids my age.
Oh, okay.
Most of them tended to be a lot younger, and like the biggest pastime we had was playing soldier.
Oh, okay.
You know, or as we call, you know how they have the spec ops, the special ops and stuff.
Right.
We didn't really know what the ops stood for operations, so we called ourselves special operators. And as we got older, we realized what it was. But like the older generation would teach the younger generation the rules of the game and how to play, and it would get passed on that way. So like the older guys would be the special ops guys, the special operations. The younger groups were the special operators. So, and that
Because they didn't know any better.
yeah, we kind of kept it going that way. It wasn't. I didn't start that. It's the generation before mine. Did. No, seriously, honestly. I might have kept it going, but
Dork.
okay. And so, and then obviously, like regular stuff, you have the adult version of anime as well,
Right.
called hentai, and I understand that has its own separate genres as well.
Right. It's pretty much its own.
Not too descriptive though, because
Right.
Because it's hentai and we don't really need to know
no
those things.
profanity. Sorry.
It's pretty much its own section. It has the same genres as anime does. It's just for adults, like
Right.
XXX.
TV
for
mature
adults.
type thing.
Okay, I've had something I've always wondered about anime. how come all the girls in anime are literally like girls? They're all under the age of 18, I would
I
guess.
believe it's a cultural thing more than anything. Because
Anywhere where you can buy used underwears from a vending machine, you have to kind of expect something like
From
that.
what I read, because I did a panel on cute in Japan with a couple of the staff of Anime Milwaukee, and what we found was that there was, in the 80s, there was a type of write-in style that was pretty much for kids, and it became very popular. You put little faces in it, and that became a popular style, and the girls wanted to be young-like, and so I think that transferred into animation as well, and that became like a big part of Japanese culture.
Okay, so going on the line with that, also with women in the Japanese anime and stuff like that. Okay, now I've noticed that not only do most of them look young, like you rarely see an older or mature woman in the anime unless it's being portrayed as somebody's mother, and even then she looks remarkably young. Even the grandmothers
Yeah.
tend to look a little on the young side or the super old side, one of the two. It just but all of them seem to be the physically ideal female as well, you know, super slim waist, slim legs, large breasted, you know, things like that. Do you think
Because all Japanese women are large-breasted. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back in my corner now.
do you think that stems from that as well, the like maybe a cultural clutching at youth, maybe?
I think so. Also, and this ties into hentai as well. The Japanese culture is very, very strict, and they had regulations on live action porn. So, in order to get bypass that, a lot of animators started doing manga and anime as a way to express the sexuality of Japan and answer that interest in the society. So I think that also is a reason why there's big-breasted women in panty shots and stuff like that.
There's even panty shots in the little kid anime.
What are they?
It's a bit demented.
There's a term for that. I can't remember. It's like fan favor or something like that.
Darn it, I can't think.
Yeah,
Fan service.
fan service.
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
Yeah, and we're starting to see a lot of that in American live action movies as well.
Right.
And which in a way, I mean, it's a good thing that different cultures are kind of bleeding onto each other and
Right.
things like that. And you mentioned like I guess to call it taboo on adult films and stuff in Japan. Do you see that as like similar to, for lack of a better term, American prudishness? Or do you think, you know, it kind of stems from that, or just the general background of the culture in general being very secluded, very tight-knit groups of people who live exceptionally close together, and probably like an extension of the want of privacy that is probably really lacking there?
I just see it stemming from the fact that they're very, very strict.
Just in general.
Yeah, in general, like
Makes sense.
Like there's in the Japanese language, there's words to speak to your higher uppers, words to speak to people below you, words, the same word for women is different for men. It's like the way you speak is different per person that you're speaking to.
Like, can you give us an example, maybe?
I don't speak Japanese,
Oh, okay, okay.
so unfortunately.
Sorry, I know a lot of the people in
Right.
Anime Milwaukee. I mean, we both work for Anime Milwaukee and stuff, so we know a lot of the same people. A lot of them do, and I
Right.
apologize. I kind of made
No,
the
that's
assumption
okay.
you did.
Yeah.
I know very
like,
little.
when I used to hang out at UWM between classes, we hung out with the people in Japanese class as well. So a lot of people assume that if you like anime, the natural step is to learn Japanese, but it's just never been an interest of mine.
Yeah, I had a friend once when I was telling him, oh yeah, I'm with Anime Milwaukee. He's like, well, what's that? I was like, oh, it's a anime convention that's every year in Milwaukee, blah, blah, blah. And then, he's like, anime? I was like, yeah, like Japanese anime. He's like, oh, you can speak Japanese?
Right.
I was like, no, not really. I know.
That's what subtitles are for.
And it's either that or they expect you to know how to do anime.
Or draw. Yeah. It's like, oh, you draw that stuff? Cool. Can you draw me stuff? I was like,
Right.
I work for the convention, dude. I don't know how to do that stuff.
No, I can draw little characters, but no animation.
I can draw a few of the Pokemon. That's like about it. I imagine if I stuck with it and put my mind to it, I could probably draw a couple others stemming from
Right.
the little bits and pieces I can pick and pull from the
Right.
Pokemon. Probably make my own creature or even a person, I imagine. All right, we're at the halfway mark. If anybody wants to call in, the phone number is 414-935-2951, and this is Video Spotlight, and we're here with Crystal Hampton, and we're talking about anime. So, okay, let's shift a bit over to Anime Milwaukee. How long? Okay, well, first, what is Anime Milwaukee?
Well, Anime Milwaukee is a convention that celebrates Japanese animation. So they celebrate anime and the Japanese culture and like geekdom. So anything related, like
Anything nerd, geek, dork, etc.
Right.
Japanese.
Like we have a video game room for people who want to
Work
just
there.
play video games all day, or we have a tabletop gaming room, so like strategic games, they're all in there. So anything pretty much related.
You think
to
they're gonna have the Halo 4 there?
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
wonder if they can do a
They
Halo 4
usually stay on
tournament.
top of the new games.
Yeah.
So
If they do a Halo 4, I can't remember. Can staff enter in the tournaments and win prizes or no prizes?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't remember. I'll have to ask next meeting,
Yeah.
which is today.
Yeah, I know. Tonight.
Yeah, I got some paperwork I gotta do after this, so I won't be able to make the meeting tonight.
Oh, okay.
But,
I'll try to make it.
Catch the 22. It's a straight line there. All right. So, well, how long have you been with Anime Milwaukee?
Since its beginning.
This is the 6th year now, right? This coming one will be the 6th one.
2007 was the
Okay.
infamous blizzard. So
Yeah, I remember that. I was
And I
just
was
getting
there.
into town and coming off of the bus downtown during that blizzard, carrying big
Yeah, I made
cardboard
it there.
box
I'm surprised you didn't die with how much you love the cold.
and a big bag of stuff. And I had a pretty decent jacket. My pants sucked though.
You're going to be one of those guys that moves to Florida when he's like 36 just to be warm.
Only during the winter.
Well, let's see. I joined the Japanese Animation Association, which is the club at UWM.
The JAA, right?
Yeah, JAA. I like to say JAW. But
Jawal. No, I was kidding.
But I joined them in 2006, that fall. And then the next fall-ish, I think, was the first con. So in 2007. And then from there, there was I think 50 people showed up, if that. It was so,
Gotta start somewhere. So
I made it there by bus, and then I was kind of stuck there. But but it was cool. And then the next year, 2008, it was 300 people, and then the next
Wow.
year it was.
it's a huge
it
jump.
started-
And
it jumped to
last
1,000.
year we had what was it? Almost 5,000, I think.
It was
It was 4,000 something. It was less than 5,000. I remember that much.
yeah.
But yeah, in 6 years, that's from 50 to almost 5,000.
Right,
Jeez,
yeah.
that's
Yeah, I call that successful.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very happy about that. And, hopefully, I'm thinking that we will break the 5,000 mark because we have that partnership with Distant Worlds this year. That's going to bring a lot of
Did we have it
people
with them
in.
last year too?
No,
Because they were there last year, weren't they? Well, at least at the where are they playing again?
they're playing at the Delta Center, right where we are going to be. And
Oh,
they're
are
playing
they?
on Valentine's Day. We're the next day. We start.
Sweet.
We're Friday, Saturday, Sunday of that weekend. So
It'd be cool to have an Amki on Valentine's Day.
we are.
Is it next year? Next year?
Yeah, that's what. I don't know if that's something I can say yet, but that's
Well,
what is
yeah.
planned.
Right. I mean,
Or-
no dates are obviously official,
Right,
but
right.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's
so-
planned, but yeah, I'm
that-
trying to push like a Valentine's Day theme or something like that because this year's theme is music.
have to.
Right, exactly.
If Amki or if Anime Milwaukee lands on a Valentine's Day at some point in there, you kind of have to do
Right.
a lovey-dovey theme, and that'd be really cool if it happens to land on holidays that it follows with that. I mean, every year, well, at least the last couple of years, because I've only been with them for 3 years now.
Right.
I started off as a volunteer 2 years ago, and then last year I worked with the video game department with Tim, and that was. It was interesting.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the Anime Milwaukee site, and I looked at about, and under history it says coming in the future. I'm just gonna be in my corner some more.
It's the perfect acronym. Or, what's the term again? Crap.
Paradox.
There we go. Well, it's not quite one I was looking for, but it's synonymous with paradox, so that works. No, okay. So, and then video gaming was great. I mean, okay, even if people aren't into anime, there are a lot of other things to do there. There's stuff for video gamers,
Right.
artists in general, people who just want to buy stuff, movies,
Right.
figures, whatever.
And like 50% of the attendees dress up. So there's
Yes.
like the masquerade contest is big.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
like the main event.
I remember seeing it my first year.
Yeah.
I got to see it, and even then, it was known as cosplay
Right.
contest at that
Yeah.
point. Now it's the masquerade, but
Right.
and even
Technically,
then,
it still should be called cosplay.
well,
Well, okay.
cosplay is what everybody who comes in a costume does.
Right.
People in the masquerade are ones that are the brave few souls who are willing to go up on that stage and do like skits and even say something or pose a stance or whatever it is they decide to do up there.
Pose a stance.
And
You know what I mean. Strike a pose. There you go.
There we go.
strike a pose.
And
No Madonna references, please.
now, and there are different categories for the masquerade as well. Last year, I know of two in particular, regular and then chibi. And I understand there's only really two groups in the chibi.
Well, and then there's the skits.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, and skits part too.
So if you do a really cool skit, then you get an award out by itself.
Yeah, and I remember no, it's the first year when I was volunteering that they had the two groups for the chibi, and since it
And
was only
chibi means small, like super deformed, and it's like an adult version of a character goes like into kid form. But chibi pretty much means in the masquerade context, it means little kid.
right, so it's Liz, what are you looking at?
Don't blame me, Precious. Put it up on Facebook.
Don't want to know. Actually,
No, you don't.
Actually, I kind of do, but
I can see it through the window. I'm disturbed.
This coming from people who watch a lot of anime.
I'm not going to describe what it was we saw because
It's a bottle of wine on some girl's booty. I don't know.
actually, okay, fine. Since you brought up, it's a bottle of wine clutched between some chicks.
It's on
Trying not
Facebook,
to
okay?
cuss.
That's all I know.
No,
Yeah, it's not
it
dirty.
is in the context of hentai, yeah, you would see maybe
Actually,
stuff like that.
Yeah,
So who are some of the guests coming this year?
that you can tell about. Because I know that, not all guests have been confirmed or anything like that or anything. But are there any guests that you can actually tell us that are coming? We don't want we don't want to get in trouble here. Liz doesn't have to worry about it, but you and I do.
Right.
It's because I'm special and I don't
Actually,
matter.
it should be on the website if the confirmations are up and stuff, right?
Ah, hold on. Let me do a little flippy back through the
Well, there's
pages.
Trevor Mueller, and he's a comic book artist.
Okay. I tell you what.
It says first guest announced from November 7th. Alexis Tipton.
And Alexis,
Hold on. Let her tell us what these people were in too.
well, Alexis Tipton. Alexis Tipton is a voice actor. and
Actress.
actress. Yeah.
Who does she voice?
Actually, her I looked up, and she does quite a few. So she has.
I'll just hit the IMDb.
Okay.
She has a pretty decent repertoire.
Habercorn. They're in a lot of the same animes, and I know Hetalia for one is an anime that
Who does she do in Hetalia?
Don't follow Hetalia. I'm sorry, I don't have the list in front of me of the long
I think
list
the other
of what
guy
they
is
do.
Italy though in Hetalia.
Yeah, Todd Habercorn is Italy. I know
Yeah.
that because like if I did follow Hetalia, Italy would be my favorite character because he's so cute.
Okay, for
But-
people who aren't familiar with Hetalia, Hetalia is an anime that is based around where all the stereotypes of each country is personified in a person, male or female. It doesn't really matter too much.
Right.
Okay, apparently she's in Alexis Tipton is in Bloodsea. The Gunstringer.
Todd, he's in Blood.
Whole mess of stuff. Soul Eater.
Yeah.
I think did she do Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah.
Evangelion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did see that. I was going to tell you about that too. Actually,
There's a lot. There's a long list for both Alexis and Todd.
Quite a few of the voice actors tend, like I've even found out some of my favorite actors have done voice acting for anime or even American cartoons. Michael Jai White, who, as far as I remember, his first movie appearance, at least that I saw him in, was Universal Soldiers: The Return. But he is also like the #1 African American martial artist in the world.
Oh,
And
that's crazy.
yeah, no, dude's beastly.
And
good.
he's a voice actor.
And
That
he's
is
a voice
cool.
actor too.
That
He's
is
only
cool.
done a couple of things though, nothing huge.
You would think that he
But-
voice acts for like some fight-in anime.
I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but he's done a couple of them, and I remember reading that. I was like, oh wow, that's cool. Let's see if we can get this guy.
Yeah,
And then
that'd be
I understand
awesome.
we had some martial artists come into Anime Milwaukee last year. I was working, so I missed that.
Yeah.
What are some of the other guests we've had that Anime Milwaukee has had in the past?
Well,
The guy with glasses.
the guy with the glasses, yes, Doug Walker. Yeah, he's very popular online.
That'd be so cool
He's
if
an
Doug
internet
Walker
celebrity.
would critique this show.
We've had Little Karibo, he does Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which is pretty popular among the anime and
is he
geek crowd.
like the voice actor for the Karibo monster? Is that why he has the name? I've always wondered that.
Okay, Karibo is like this
Little puffball
card in
Right.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe that pretty much never goes away.
thing. He's like the Navi
Yeah,
of Yu-Gi-Oh!
it's
From
like a Navi, and then like you try to I think I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a long time because I did have cards, but you try to hit it and then it multiplies or something like that, so
Yeah.
it just never goes away. It's a
So it's like Naruto.
well, I think the closest thing is like Tribbles from Star Trek.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, once you have them,
they
they
look like
don't
Tribbles
go.
too.
away. Yeah, only with really big
Yeah.
eyes.
There are no new ideas in the world. They're all just recycling.
Yeah.
No,
or
it-
gremlins, except they don't grow into ugly monsters.
Have you ever seen a full-size adult Tribble?
Yeah, maybe they do.
Yeah, right.
I do remember they had one episode with genetically engineered Tribbles that formed together into the Super Tribble.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I need to watch this.
Yeah, I saw that in. I think that's with the next generation, maybe.
Okay. Wow.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that one's with the next generation, which is one of the last times that the Tribbles make an appearance. Which kind of sad because I actually had a action figure. It was Spock. Or no, Spock, and he had there's a whole bunch of Tribbles that came with the action figure.
Oh, that's
And
so cool.
Spock had all these little teeny tiny holes, and the Tribbles had little pins, so you can stick the Tribbles to Spock. So I used to just like leave them stuck to him and just
Right.
put them places.
Well, relating that to anime.
Clean places.
Ew.
Jeez.
Ew.
Well, relating that to anime.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. So you get the little the Karibo card monster,
Yeah.
and who can be summoned, and
Yeah.
apparently, I guess in the Yu-Gi-Oh, you never actually have to summon him. Whenever Yu-Gi-Oh needs some form of motivation or help, or even just a pat on the back or whatever, boom, there's Karibo. Right there, just magically
I
appeared.
think that's what the voice actor, little Karibo, kind of wanted. He's never going away.
Oh, well, makes sense
That
then.
kind of.
All right. And then let's see. So there was the Doug Walker, that guy with glasses. Uncle Yo.
Uncle Yo, who's a very good comedian. I still haven't seen him. But
Neither have I. It's okay.
From every single person, mother and daughter came up to me and said, "Oh my God, he's coming back!" Woo!
Yeah.
And I don't know if we have him this year.
I
Cross fingers,
haven't
but I
heard
don't know.
anything
Right.
one way or the other with him.
Right.
So, but also, as for people out there, if you decide to call in to ask who's coming, either on this show or any further later show, I have to tell you, if it is not on the webpage, I can neither confirm nor deny whether somebody's coming, because frankly, I don't know.
Right.
If it's not on the webpage, I don't even know. When we know, it's already been posted on the webpage, because we don't know until the next meeting.
Right.
So, just to get that out there, I cannot tell you, oh yeah, so and so's coming, and because if he turns out he's not, and I'm
Right.
wrong,
Yeah.
I get into deep trouble and
Yeah.
stuff
We don't want
like
to
that.
get everybody's hopes up.
Right. Well, I'm all for it, but brutal disappointment. Okay.
But brutal disappointment is a very important part of life.
It is, exactly.
If it wasn't for brutal disappointment, I wouldn't be nearly as cynical as I am these days.
Well, for the
Or funny.
for the 3 days of Anime Milwaukee, let's try to keep that to low.
Yeah, right.
So apparently I'm banned from Anime Milwaukee. I'll be at work anyhow, so hey,
No.
come visit me for brunch.
Keep in mind, we will probably be doing the radio show there in the mornings.
You can come for the morning. We can deal with brutal disappointment.
It all depends on what I can arrange with work.
At least try to get Saturday.
I can try.
Because that's when I'm going to be interviewing. Okay, now, nothing is set in solid on this. Talking about brutal disappointment. I'll probably get a few cheers if it doesn't happen. Nothing is set in solid in stone right now. But I've been working with Anime Milwaukee and the radio show the radio station, River West Radio, in attempts to be able to cover Anime Milwaukee live at the show. Where the first day, I'm hoping to be able to get people coming in who usually come in, they look around, or they get the hotel rooms and they look around to see where the rooms are and
Right.
stuff like that. Though I do know, like, the video gaming and a few other rooms will be already open and stuff.
Right.
And then I want to try to interview you guys who are coming in and see what your expectations are, what you're looking for, what you're hoping to get from this, and what you expect. Then, as those people leave, they are welcome to come back to the show, whether they leave the same day, the next day, or on Sunday, and tell me, did it meet your expectations? Was it what you wanted? Was it everything you expected? What possibly else could they do? You know, what could they get rid of? What could they add in? You know, whatever it is. A Saturday is when I hope to be able to interview staff and maybe, if I'm lucky, be able to interview a few of the guests. I have to look up the guests and do my homework on them. But this is what I hope to do. Again, nothing is set in stone, sadly. But it's looking pretty good so far. I just have to be able to talk to people at the radio store about possibly buying equipment in the morning and having the equipment transported, because there are still radio shows that have to be done later in the day.
Right.
So, but everybody out there, viewers, listeners, depending on what you're picking, keep your fingers crossed. If you want to be on the show, that'd be a great time to come.
And at the end of the con, we also usually have, and this is true of any anime con, a panel that pretty much asks you what your opinions on the con and your suggestions and stuff like that.
That's right, I remember that.
So, voice them on the show and at our panel as well.
And I'm pretty sure there's like a little
A box,
that you can
a
put
comment
stuff in.
box.
Where do they usually keep the box, just so people will know?
It will either be at the customer service table or at the merchandise table at the con.
Okay, merchandise table is in the vendor's room?
Yeah, the merchandise table will be in the vendor's room.
Okay. And that's the tables for the Anime Milwaukee
Merchandise.
vending goods and stuff.
Yeah, like T-shirts and.
Yeah, I have
we
some
had
of the T-shirts
the
from last year. They're really nice.
What was it? Sprecher specialty sodas. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
what is that? Pounce Cola, Pounce Cola, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Coma
that's
Cola.
Yeah.
Puma Cola, and it's
And root beer.
Yeah.
I bought the root beer.
and there's the root beer one. I got the Puma Cola one. It was okay. I'm not a big fan of cola type food.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't like the cola either, but the root
wasn't bad.
I like the cola.
It was
It's
Sprecher.
good.
It was Sprecher,
It's made
so-
with real sugar. What more do you
It
need?
was
Oh,
actually
really?
good.
Ah, maybe I'll like it more.
And it's local. Buy local.
Buy local, yeah.
Drink local.
Pressures on.
And for people who are interested in local, a lot of the vendors are with local Wisconsinites, and several of them are even local to Milwaukee. So if you're looking, holy crap, that looks vicious. Ah, I cussed. It's not a good show unless I curse at least once.
Okay.
And then she reprimands me.
No, crap isn't really a swear.
It's a pseudo swear or something.
It's a little kid swear.
I'll beat you tonight.
If my mom doesn't smack me upside the head for saying it, it's not profanity.
Well, I know that I couldn't get away with it in church, so.
I'm pretty sure I can't walk into a church without bursting into flame.
I'm pretty sure I can't walk into a church without the church bursting into flames.
Oh no. Well, it depends on the church.
I'm pretty sure you should never go to church in the first place.
Probably not. I would probably put most preachers and pastors and clerical service people to shame. Anyways, I'm just with the questions I can ask about, well, how does this make sense? It's supposed to be on faith, but how can you have faith in something that... Anyway, never mind.
Okay, so no
Totally off
religion.
topic, yeah. It's
Back to anime.
no religion, no politics. All right, so... What's your favorite part of Anime Milwaukee? Out of the whole thing, everything from the original initial planning to setup to the actual con to breakdown to everything.
Everything. I think the coolest thing about Anime Milwaukee, and this is, I think, cons in general, is that they're 24 hours. So there's you wake up late at noon and you're like, well, that's not late for some people, but late for me. And you're like, oh man, I missed all these panels and stuff like that, but there's still tons of things going on. And we have like late night events. So you still can catch up, on what you missed, and there's children's programming room for the kids, so you can put the kids over there.
Yes.
But they always have to be accompanied.
What are some of the panels we have this year? Because I know we got a couple new things.
Well, we have that cosplay chest that's in work.
Yeah, Pat's trying to see if he can get that going. I don't know if there was supposed to be a meeting, but the place where they had the meeting, I couldn't make it there, so I was supposed to Skype, but that place didn't have internet. So.
Well, let's cross our fingers for cosplay.
Yeah,
because
that actually
he is
sounds like it'd be-
gung-ho about that.
And it
He is
sounds
so
like it'd be
excited.
really good too.
Right.
Actually, like the ideas he was talking to me about, it sounds good.
Yeah, he's even looking for like the most epic music ever for the panel.
Yeah, and
So
plans
it's
to
gonna-
actually
yeah.
audition people
Yeah.
to be the chess pieces and
Right.
stuff too. All is gung ho aside.
Anytime somebody talks about live action chess, I think of the scene from History of the World Part 2.
Which one?
Pawns take queen.
Oh yeah. I always think of wizard's chess from Harry Potter,
Yeah,
where the
me
queen
too.
picks up her chair and just smashes
Yeah.
the other piece. Just
well-
thinking like, I'll play.
But if you're using real people, then it's
Yeah, I know. I could probably make a foam covered chair that wouldn't hurt.
piss
somebody.
boy.
No,
that's like
the
a-
auditions might have been wiser to have started earlier.
Yeah.
In particular, so people can practice certain things that they're supposed to do.
because it's
But-
a new panel, and he's pretty much starting from scratch.
Yeah, and I understand it took a while for him to get approval too for
Right.
it too. So it's the late start on everything is not Pat's fault, from
No.
my understanding. So, no, definite kudos for Pat for bringing
Yay,
in something
Pat.
new. I mean, I had plans for Boffer and Nerf, but their financial issues, there was no way I was able to do it this year.
Boffers. Next year, Boffer.
I can virtually guarantee it next year, actually. The Nerf, too. I now have enough Nerf guns. I just don't have enough time to be able to get it in the book, get it on the website, and all that
Right.
stuff. Yeah, so that sucked. But,
and like,
so yeah, go ahead. Your favorite part. The favorite thing of the whole anime process.
about the 24 hours.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We were talking about panels.
Oh, yeah, the panels we have. Okay, so yeah, we have that for new.
Well, and then we have the guest panels. So pretty much each guest does like one or two or maybe even three panels that of their own.
How long do the panels usually last?
Panels can vary. It's usually like an hour. It can be like hour to 2 hours. If you want to do a panel, you can go online and sign up. And usually, I did a panel like 2 years ago, and yeah, they have that range of time, from like 1 to 2 hours.
All right. All right.
And like, let's see, what else? I don't know. They're not really considered panels, but there's events. But yeah, I don't really know.
Video gaming.
what panels.
We have a board game room.
Can I just ask one quick question?
Go ahead.
As somebody who's gone to actually horror movie conventions, I've never been to AMKI.
Okay.
But what is the craziest thing you've seen? Like craziest outfit or just
In horror?
no.
It's just
At
at
AMKI,
the
what is the
Anime Milwaukee
weirdest
convention.
thing you've seen?
See, I like weird, so I wouldn't necessarily.
But what's something that you saw and you're like, holy crap, that's awesome and kind of scary?
Well, okay, last year there was this person who did a original character, and it was some sort of monster, and they were in the cosplay contest, and they won, I think, most creative or something like that. It was the front part was on stilts, and the
Ooh.
back was just the legs, and it was this like
Cloaked, right?
big head. It was like drooling, big teeth.
Oh,
it was crazy.
yeah.
It was hairy.
Yeah, I saw them walking
So people
around
get
the-
wonderfully creative for
Yes,
this.
oh, definitely.
So even if you're not really into anime, you might want to go just to see the artistic amusement factor.
I mean, yeah.
I have the magazine Girls of Con, and it's completely.
It's
It's to show that there are nerdy girls out there too.
Oh yeah, there's.
Who know what
Oh,
they're doing.
there are
Good.
probably
Nerdy
more
girls.
nerdy girls than guys when
Well,
it
no,
comes to
it's
things like anime
Because
and Doctor
in
Who.
light
Yeah.
of a lot of claims of how nerdy girls
fantasy,
go to convention
period.
just to get attention and stuff, most of the women that went to the convention, you couldn't even really see much of their physical body itself because it was covered in costume, and most of them weren't gaudy or attention grabbing
yeah.
in the sexual term.
So you didn't have too many people dressed like Sailor Moon.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's what kind of overplayed. I think a lot of people are trying to stray away from Sailor Moon.
Yeah, they're
still
trying to stick with a
enjoy it.
lot of the newer stuff,
Right.
or even some people do still go with classics and
Right.
stuff.
Give me
Like, you always have
Vash
your Naruto.
Vash the Stampede.
I
There
thought
will
about
always
doing
be
that.
Vash. There will always
That
be
would
Vash.
be fitting for you.
Yeah, it really would.
There will always be Naruto characters or Bleach, or there will always
Cowboy
be
Bebop.
Vash. Yeah.
Last
I still
year,
see
a lot
Cowboy
of things
Bebop.
I saw were like the most of were like the characters from fighting games. I saw a couple of Melinas. There was what's her name? 3 different characters from Street Fighter that I can particularly think of, but one of them whose name I can't remember. Cammy. Cammy. There were 2 Chun-Li's, the red Chun-Li and the blue Chun-Li.
I'm friends with them. They
Yeah.
did an awesome job.
They-
Totally awesome.
We're friends with an old friend of mine.
I mean, this is people who aren't just throwing something on from their closet. They actually take the time to make
yeah.
the costumes.
They make them.
Like, if you look on the page, the young lady who won the Girl of Con award, there's no actual award if you're listening, but she had a head that she had actually made herself that looked like an anime head.
Oh yeah.
And it's like it's right now it's currently the main profile pic for Girls of Con, which is on Facebook.
Well, we have hit that magical time of the night.
Crystal, last minute information on Milwaukee. When, where? No, don't say how much though, and
Right,
the website.
It's February 15th through the 17th, so it's pretty much Valentine's Day weekend. You can where? It's at the Delta Center,
In the Hyatt?
which is the Frontier Airlines Center. That's the old name, and the Hyatt Regency Hotel, and straight in downtown Milwaukee. So there's a lot of food and everything around there. And you can visit our website at www.animemilwaukee.com, and anime is spelled ANIME.
All right, everybody. We'll also be posting a link for Anime Milwaukee on the Video Spotlight Facebook page. It'll be right underneath the posting for this show. So if you guys see it, go check it out. I mean, I seriously go to Anime Milwaukee, and I don't just say that because I work there. I would go. If I could afford it. I work there because I can't afford it. No.
You would go because you're a dork.
Yeah, I really would. But no, real quick, closing statement, since I kind of still have that little time stretch. You asked the weirdest thing. Keep in mind, I work for Anime Milwaukee as well. So I get the...
Aside from yourself in the mirror.
Funny. Beat yourself with your own microphone.
No.
The weirdest thing I saw...
I'll beat you with the 22-pound turkey in my fridge.
We had two guys
Coming over your place.
who
Let's go to his
were
house.
without badges, who were trying to get into the rave, but they were trying to get in to the wrong room. They were actually trying to sneak into the vendor's room.
Oh no.
And seriously, these guys looked like the two main characters from Night of the Roxbury.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, those two guys and a flock of seagulls like conjoined, and this was their love children.
Oh no.
It was just that bad.
Okay, and on that note, thank you for joining us
All
on
right,
Video
everybody.
Spotlight tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, Crystal.
Thank you for coming, Crystal.
All right, everybody. Good night. See you guys next week.